I was just going to make a comment about that. I actually really like that because I feel like those are really big and heavy and maybe sometimes a pain to open up.
All right, you guys, if you want a high-end new construction home without the high-end price tag, built by some of the best builders in Houston, that puts out a gorgeous luxury product, and on top of all of that, it is zoned to top-rated and highly sought-after school districts, well, look no further than Westland Ranch, located right here in the heart of West League City. You are about to tour two amazing model homes that put a whole new spin on modern luxury neighborhoods. And we got two houses to show you today, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's go take a look at the Hathaway model. Now, this is by Ashton Woods, one of the higher end builders here in Westland Ranch. Now, the Hathaway model is obviously a two-story home, and it is about 3,200 square foot. Amazing interior, awesome layout. So let's go take a look. All right, come on, we're gonna take a look at this gorgeous model home. Now, wait until you see the interior of this bad boy here. So when we walk in, we have the tall ceilings, 20-foot ceilings that way towards the front of the house, but we don't have the tall ceilings here. But if you want to pan the camera up, look what they did on the design of that. It looks pretty cool.
Oh, that's really cool. I love that.
And then
I think that's actual wood too, not just...
Yeah, that looks like real wood. Okay, so when you first walk in to the left, right here behind you, that is going to be the dining room area, which we'll get to in just a second. And then to the right is going to be our study area. Now, what's nice about the study is that it has a closet and a window. So technically it could be considered a bedroom, but why would you want to get rid of that? Because this is a perfect area for those of us that work from home. And I love how they have the black interior windows scattered throughout the house, right? All the windows are black interior, black exterior, which I think adds like a really nice modern touch.
It does. It just makes it feel more, honestly, I feel like it kind of gives it a farmhouse feel. I think it's kind of that style. A
little bit more modern. And what do you think? The ceilings are tall too, which is really nice.
These are very tall ceilings. Yeah, probably what, like 12 foot?
I don't know.
Those are 8-foot doors and...
I'm 6, so stacking up twice, maybe. Yeah, and these are definitely 8-foot doors. And then so when you get in here, we have the double French doors. Beautiful color. This is a blue. We argue about colors all the time.
Definitely like a bluish gray, but I love it, the color.
Yeah. And then I love the trim work. We've done quite a bit of this in our house, the trim work around some accent pieces, accent walls, but...
Yeah, it just gives it a little bit of a custom feel.
Yeah. And then, so this is the formal dining. The formal dining is nice and spacious. So this is obviously a 6-person seater. This is very comfortable. It might not look like it on camera, but I feel this is a very comfortable setting for 6 people.
I think so too.
You could, if you wanted to squeeze in, you could probably squeeze in a couple chairs if you had smaller chairs.
If you had smaller chairs, you could probably fit at least 8 to 10 at that table.
Yeah. And that direction right there is going to lead you into the kitchen, which we'll get into in just a second. So let's keep working this way. Now, where all of the beauty is in this, check this place out. So, living room, open directly into the kitchen, but we have 20-foot ceilings in here, which is beautiful. And then the focal point of this entire living space is this floor to ceiling fireplace, right? With our gas log fireplace fixtures. Beautiful, like floor to ceiling, love it. This is real wood, not shiplap or fake shiplap. This is real wood wrapped around it all the way to the ceiling. And if you pan up, you can see the beams that they made up there too. Makes like a little X or a cross. That's awesome. And what do you think about the fireplace being in the middle like this, Samantha? And then to the left and to the right, we have our what kind of nook areas?
Yeah, I love it. I know, like in our house personally, for whatever reason, our fireplace is like off center.
I hate it.
Like the little nook.
Yeah.
And so I'm all about like symmetry. I need symmetrical places in my home. And so I love this. I love that they have like the little cubbies on the side. You could even, if you wanted to, after you moved in, do some built-ins, like built-in cabinetry and shelving, and you can get really fancy with it. It's a great space. I love it.
Yeah, I think it looks amazing in here. No ceiling fan, but I can deal with that. I just need ceiling fans in the bedrooms because I'm a hot sleeper. So then we come in and make our way into the kitchen. Now they took the cabinets to the ceiling, which I love. I hate it when there's wasted space up there. You know, a lot of builders will cut corners, but not Ashton Woods. Check this out, all the way to the ceiling, tons of room for space, tons of storage space. And look at this long run of cabinets all the way down in here to the butler's area. Amazing. And then we have our built-in. So we're gonna have built-in oven, built-in microwave, and then we're gonna have our stove top. So obviously we're gonna have gas here.
You know, one thing I love about these cabinets too, they took them all the way to the ceiling, and a lot of times they've the little cabinets around the top part, they usually put glass in, and so it's like all you can really do is put decorations in there so it looks pretty. I like that these don't have the glass, because then you can actually store stuff.
I kind of like the glass better. We're opposite. Everything we do is opposite. I like the glass, but
I mean, I like the glass. The glass is pretty, but I don't think it's really functional. It's just more decorative.
That's true. That's true. Just like the other models that we visited. But check out this. So the island is extra large. It's not the biggest island, but it's definitely not the smallest island. It is a very nice sized island, and our sink is here in the middle as well. Now, remember what I said a second ago, right? So it's really good for cooking and everything. Boom. Come this direction. This is where we were a second ago in the dining room. Dining room leads straight from the kitchen, or the kitchen leads straight into the dining room. And while we're here, we can take a look at the utility. So this is a pretty decently sized utility room for your washer and dryer. Obviously these GE appliances sitting on the pedestals, which by the way, 300 bucks a piece if any of you are wondering how much these pedestals cost. Yeah.
It's not like we recently bought any or anything.
Right. Yeah, you're gonna spend $2,000 on a washer and a dryer, but an extra $600 just to raise them up on the pedestals. But
you know, I love this laundry room that they did this nice designer floor. The little design, it's not just like a plain tile, but just a little bit decorative. And then it just like adds, like it matches really well with all the colors. I love it.
The color scheme in here is great. So if you're building from the ground up, it definitely gives you, the models definitely give you an idea of what you can do. Right.
And look, you just passed it up and didn't even say anything, but they have a nice little nook, mud room or mud wall over here.
Yeah, that'd definitely be great for the kids when they come in through the garage, because that would be the garage. Right now it's a sales center, but
even if they didn't come in, I'd make them come over here and hang
drop
out their backpacks.
Drop your crap off. Stop throwing it on the floor.
Nice size pantry too.
And you know what we didn't say, Samantha, for those that are have been watching our content.
We hadn't made a comment about it yet.
My wall of windows, my sliding doors. So what's interesting, if you look, so they have the sliding doors here, and over there where the breakfast area, they also have a single door.
Yeah, I was just gonna make a comment about that. I actually really like that because I feel like those are really big and heavy and maybe sometimes a pain to open up. So if you have a dog or something that you just want to easily let out in the backyard, you know, all the time, every day.
Yeah. You don't have to slide the whole thing open.
Just open this back door instead of having to slide open.
Yeah.
I've never really thought about that with some of the other ones we've looked at, but
I haven't either. That's a good point though. Yeah. At least this model does have, this floor plan does have that extra door, the single door. So you have both options, the best of both worlds. And if you notice too, they have all these picture windows. So there's bringing in a ton of natural light. So regardless of where the sun is going to be, it brings in a lot of light.
Definitely no shortage of natural light in this house.
Yep.
And I love in this breakfast area, the detail on the walls right there. The little like, I don't know what you call those.
It's kind of like an outside hardy plank, but not really hardy, just the exterior.
A really cool feature.
That's character to the house, for sure. All right, let's go take a look at the master. Now the master bedroom, this is where all of the magic happens, right? So this is a very large and very spacious master bedroom. It's huge. This is a king size bed with oversized nightstands, plenty of space. And if you pan over here, this is a seating area, a whole nother seating area. And we have, again, a lot more windows, bringing in more light. This is a big master bedroom.
It really is huge. That's like, for reference, that's a king bed over there.
That is a king bed.
And I feel like it looks small in this bedroom.
Yeah. It's hard to tell on camera, which is why you guys need to call us whenever you want to move down to League City or anywhere in the Houston area so we can tour homes together, because it's hard to tell. If you really like it, you have to see stuff in person. But remember we're talking about fans?
Yeah.
I need a fan in my bedroom. I can't.
These model homes, they don't believe in fans.
They don't. They don't believe in fans, or it's just made to look pretty and it's just not practical.
Right.
Let's be real. Let's be real. Okay, here we go.
Beautiful French doors into the bathroom.
French doors leading into the bathroom. Again, 8-foot doors everywhere. We have 2 separate vanities and our freestanding tub here in this particular layout. Now, They look the same on the vanities, but it looks like this one might end up being yours, Samantha, because this one's slightly bigger and it's closer to the shower. But I like the way the setup is here with this freestanding tub because it's not so jammed up against a corner where it's like impossible to clean, right? This, you have plenty of space to clean around it without having to, worry about crap getting stuck back there.
It's actually a nice size too. Like, it's really deep and it's not too long. I guess you might have to squish your little legs up in there, but I could fit. I'm short.
You could fit, I could. But, so the master shower, love the master shower. We have our bench in here, and then they take, if you do build from the ground up, try to take your tile to the ceiling because it just looks better. It gives you more of a custom look. And instead of just terminating the tile here, why?
It just makes the room feel bigger.
Yes, it does.
It's really nice. I love those finishes that they put in here too.
The herringbone, and they kept the herringbone throughout the whole bathroom. Linen storage, and then our nice walk-in closet. So this is definitely big enough for the both of us. I mean,
plenty big.
This right here, this section would be mine.
No, that's for dresses because it doesn't have the bottom bar.
Oh, I guess my stuff goes in the guest bedroom. Sure.
Well,
I guess. Where's my stuff gonna go?
You can have just that back section right there.
I'll take it. At least I get a section.
And they have a little built-in shoe.
But a very nice walk-in closet though. Huge.
And Andrew doesn't ever like to show the toilet, but it's behind that door.
It is. It's there. I promise the toilet is there. They're not gonna leave you without a toilet. All right, so that's all of the downstairs. Oh, we have a guest bath we can show. There's a guest bath because you don't want your guest using your bathroom, right? So let's go take a look at that. So we have a guest bath in here. And like I said, I love what Ashton Woods has done with the space, right? Instead of wasted space underneath the staircase, they put a bathroom there.
This is a beautiful half bath too. I honestly think it is such a great use of space. Let me see if I can open this door real quick. They put a full closet in here. So much storage space. And they used every ounce of the space under the stairs. And then half bath. And they've tiled the whole wall in here, which I feel like just gives it that wow factor.
Yeah, that looks great.
And have a window and a half bath. I feel like you never see a window in a half bath. It's always like in the middle of the house and dark and small.
I know.
It's a really good use of the space.
It really is. All right, so take a look upstairs where the other bedrooms are, where you send away your children to go play with their toys when they annoy you. More storage up here. Deep, again, deep. You could definitely fit all kinds of quilts and comforters and stuff there, no issues whatsoever. So we'll cross through the bridge. I call this the bridge. And then to the right is our landing area. And this is actually pretty spacious. So you can make this whatever you want.
Space.
Right. Very spacious. And then we have our wall of windows here to bring in more natural light. So, I mean, look how many they have. 2 sofas here, 2 single chairs there, and then this oversized entertainment console here. This is big.
It's a huge space.
Yeah.
And this is honestly like such a good flex space. Like it could be so many different things. Like they have it set up like an additional living area. But this could totally be a game room. You could make it like a media room, put some curtains over the windows or...
That's very true. Yeah,
anything.
Could do that. This is 3,200 square foot. So this doesn't feel like 3,200 square. This feels like a much larger home.
It does.
And then what's nice is you can oversee here. You get to see into the living room. And then you get to admire the beautiful floor-to-ceiling fireplace features. Awesome. All right, let's go take a look at these bedrooms here. So we have 3 bedrooms up here, I believe. This one here is really nice because it has its own ensuite, but this is what, Samantha, full?
It looks like a
full size?
I don't know, that might be a queen.
Maybe a queen, I don't know. Probably. So this is a good size room for...
It's a good size, yeah. I mean, you can fit that bed. I think that's a queen bed. And then 2 nightstands perfectly on that wall.
So the oldest would come in here, right? The oldest child of the bunch would end up having this bedroom. Or if you don't have that many kids, then you can just reserve this for your...
Yeah, this one has its own bathroom.
Yeah, you can reserve this for your guests.
Could be a guest bedroom or...
Yeah. It's nice to have your own ensuite. The way, like if your guests are here and they don't have, they got to sleep upstairs, right? So at least they don't have to go all the way downstairs to use the bathroom in the middle of the night, which is great.
Yeah.
But either way, we do have another bathroom because these 2 bedrooms here do not have an ensuite. This one does. Or
Yep.
this would be the bath that the kids would use if you reserve that for your
Or
guests
any
only.
guests that are up here when you're out in the flex space.
Yeah. But yeah, take a look in there. That one looks actually pretty
Double
good.
sinks. Toilet, shower, bathtub. It's nice.
It is.
I really like the color choices that they used in here with the blue cabinets and
Yeah,
those countertops.
I do too.
Spacious hall closet. Double doors.
Oh yeah, there's tons of storage in this model. So this
There
is the
really
Hathaway.
is.
Like I said earlier, this is the Hathaway model by Ashton Woods. And Ashton Woods is a phenomenal builder, guys. These people, this builder puts out an amazing higher end product. They're not your traditional track home builders. They are a production builder, but they're not like other builders where they're going to build a crap ton of inventory homes just to sell to you on the fly. Like a lot of times they wait in order to, like for a customer like yourself to come in so you can customize a lot of things. But this is another bedroom here. This would be, I guess if you reserve that one over there, the ensuite as a guest, this would be, for the kid. Mm-hmm. And honestly, this is pretty decently sized. It's going to look small on the camera because this is a huge bed.
Big furniture, yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot of
That
big
is
furniture
a queen,
in here.
though. I mean,
this
that's
is
a queen
certainly a
bed
queen.
and a desk next to it.
Yeah. So if you wanted to put a full, you'll have a lot more space in here for your kids. And then obviously all these bedrooms are going to have walk-in closets. So that's pretty nice. So this is actually a pretty deep closet. It goes all the way back towards the hallway here. Nice. So we'll take a look at the last bedroom. And here, I just love the color choices.
I know. I really do love this dusty blue color. Look, and again, they added some trim in here. A little bit of custom.
I was going to say, do you remember the times that we used to just tour model homes so we can get an idea of what to do with our house? I was going to say, do you remember that? But technically, we still kind of do that.
I was like,
we still do that. But I love the color choices, the blue theme. The blue matches all the doors in the house, and like it just looks good. We need to hire their interior designer. This is good.
This is another good spacious room too, though. I mean, really, lots of space in here.
And the ceilings aren't like they're kind of vaulted. You can see they're vaulted a little bit right here, so you have a little bit more room. You don't feel so claustrophobic.
If I had to guess, I'd say this is probably about 10 foot
10
upstairs.
foot. I would say so too. This is about 10 foot. But yeah, that is the Hathaway model by Ashton Woods. Now the starting price for this particular model is going to be in the 580s. I believe that's what he said. So it's a starting base price for this model. If you were to build it completely from scratch, you're looking probably 580 to 600,000, but 600, or let's just say 580 before you go to the design center. And you could probably score some jam up deals on inventory homes if you call us, of course. But no, seriously though, it's, I think it's an amazing product. Ashton Woods, you cannot go wrong with this builder. They actually care about the product that they push and that they build for you and all their clients and all of our clients. So definitely give Ashton Woods a chance if you are here in the area and for Westland Ranch. But we do have one more model to go to, which is K Hovnanian. So let's go that way. All right, so now we're gonna take a look at the K Hovnanian. I call it K Hov because K Hovnanian is just a handful, but we're gonna be looking at the Glasgow model. Now this is a beautiful model home on the interior of it. So let's go take a look on the inside and see what this model home is about compared to Ashton Woods. Now Ashton Woods, in my opinion, puts out a very higher end product, but K Hovnanian is still an awesome builder. So let's go take a look. Now, man, as soon as you walk in here, the layout of this one-story home is probably one of the better ones that I've ever seen. So as soon as you walk in, look how tall these ceilings are, Samantha, for a one-story.
They're beautiful.
And what's really nice, okay, so we have 2 bedrooms over here with the bathroom in the middle. So bedroom number 1, right? Nice and spacious. Check out that wallpaper. Isn't that pretty? We should do
I'm
that
a sucker for wallpaper.
Me too. Wallpaper's making a big comeback when it looks the appropriate way, by the way.
This is a very spacious room too. Like you can see with the 2 twin beds in here, you can fit quite a bit of furniture. You could probably for sure fit a king, maybe?
You could definitely fit a queen. A king might be a little tight. Well, I mean, you could fit a king. It would take up the whole dang room though.
It would, but.
Okay, so over here, We have the bathroom in the middle. So the kids here would share this bathroom. Okay. And then here's the other bedroom. Tons of natural light. Got some nice windows.
Lots of natural light.
Lots of natural
Love
light.
it.
This is an awesome 1-story. And then the 1-story has 8-foot doors too. Just like this, look, 8-foot doors. So, and it makes
These ceilings have to be, I'm thinking 12 feet
have to be.
ceilings.
I mean, I'm 6, so
2 of you.
stack me up twice. I can probably get there. I don't know.
This is really nice too. A really nice feature. The kind of like the other one. They
kinda
have
like a
the
board and batten,
built-in,
maybe?
Yeah, like trim on the wall.
Yeah. All right, so we'll check that out here in a minute, because if the kitchen doesn't work, then it doesn't work for anybody, right? But while we're on the way there, study. So we have our French doors. These are solid.
Sweet.
These are
I love those. You know, I know you say that you don't love the barn doors, but I think they're still awesome.
I don't. I hate barn doors, but
I like them.
these are nice because they're not really that panel barn doors. It's more of just sliding. And these are solid core, by the way. This
Nice.
isn't hollow. This is solid. So this is every bit of like 100 pounds. Okay, so this is a pretty nice and spacious study, or your formal area.
Or game room, or
Yeah.
a media room. Could be a flex space. You can use it for
Anything.
whatever.
Anything you want. Use your imagination, which I have a terrible imagination. So over here, a little study. This is kind of cute. Look at this.
This is so cool.
A little
I think
study.
they call this
Nook.
a K-Hov space or something like that. I think they have like a little slogan for it.
Do they?
I think so, yeah. Because one of our clients that built another K-Hov nanny at home, I remember them telling me that.
A
They
little
call them like a
slogan.
K-Hov space or something.
Well, this is your K-Hov
really
space,
cool.
everybody.
Love that.
It is. It looks
If
really
you work
nice.
from home, it's a nice little place to have your desk.
Check this out. Check this ceiling out. Guys, we are still in a 1-story home. Look at this. Vaulted ceilings are nice cathedral ceilings with the beam spread across the entire living room with your shiplap ceiling. And then our nice and gorgeous fire feature here. So this is called the Glasgow, right? The
Yep.
Glasgow model. And this is going to be, if you're wanting the Glasgow, so they have inventory right now in the high 600s for this exact model. So if you want an inventory home, now's the time to score a good deal. But man, this is a phenomenal 1-story
Look,
floor
they
plan.
have your sliding doors.
I know. And look how, this is bigger than the last one. You have 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4 panels.
Oh, look, it opens from both sides.
Sweet.
I feel like that's very, I know it's like more in style, I guess, in the newer homes,
Yeah.
but it seems like more and more of these floor plans, like they're putting them in, and I love that.
I know. It's not just your basic
Yeah.
one door to go outside.
It just
you have
gives so
this.
much more natural light in the area.
Yeah.
And then on nice days, you can open it up. If you're having a party at your house, like you're able to entertain inside and out. I love it.
I do too. Now think about if you had a pool, right? If you're sitting here in your living room, in your cathedral ceiling living room, 1-story home, and you have a bigger lot, obviously this lot is not going to be suitable for a pool, but imagine you had a pool out here, right? Now you're seeing your just backyard oasis right before your eyes,
Yeah.
right? Beautiful. All right, kitchen. So check this kitchen out. This is an island. Look.
That's
an island.
That's a beautiful island.
This is an island right here. Yeah, so very, very large, oversized island with our undermount sink, ceramic, farmhouse style, Kohler sink. But man, this is a big island. And then we have our gas appliances here, which is a 6-burner Subway tile. Not even really Subway tile, it's kind of like that. It is Subway, but
they're just the longer ones, and they have a little bit of texture to it, so it just gives a little bit of detail.
yeah, this is amazing. So look at the bottoms though compared. So we have upper shakers, lowers. Well, we still have shakers on the cabinets, but the drawers are the flat face drawers.
I love that they add the drawers in too.
Yeah,
Love some drawer
good
space
quality
in the
cabinets.
kitchen.
Yes, very good quality cabinets. There is our pantry. Not a walk-in pantry, but hey.
Hey, still a good size. Also, one thing that I
mean-
love that I've noticed they've done this in other K-Hovs that I've looked at too. they have the built-in oven with the microwave right behind you.
Yes.
But then they also have the range. So you get 2 ovens.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
One built in and then the other one. So whenever you're maybe holidays or you're entertaining and you need a lot of stuff in the oven, you have plenty of space.
Yep. Oven, built-in microwave here.
Yeah.
And like you said, the other oven here, which these are cafe appliances.
Mm-hmm. This is actually
really nice.
That they like to do these open shelving in the Hovnanian homes.
So in my opinion, they look great, but I just don't think they're very practical. You and I can argue about that, and we can settle this in the comment section. So if you're watching this, I know these look pretty, but do you think it's practical to have these open shelves?
I would say maybe not practical, but they're for decoration. I don't think you could just store, I mean, unless you just have beautiful dishes like probably Joanna Gaines does, see her book up there?
Yeah, you want to spend $5,000 on bowls, that's no problem.
Then maybe, but I feel like they're a good spot to put decor.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of other cabinets to hide your other stuff that you don't want showing, so.
Yeah, this is
in this
gorgeous.
kitchen at least.
And then here, our breakfast area. I noticed there wasn't a dining. There's not a dining room.
No formal dining. But you said, remember that flex space, you could use that as a formal dining if you
yeah,
wanted
actually
to.
you could. You could use that as a formal dining, but who uses a formal dining anymore at this point besides
Well, and in
major
here
events?
too, I mean, this could technically be your formal dining because you
Pretty
have
big.
so much seating at the bar at the island that's kind of like the breakfast area.
Yeah. All right, let's keep moving. Let's go down to the master. So in here's gonna be our master bedroom. We have a wall of windows. So again, with the natural light, and then tray ceilings, recessed ceilings. This is a king size bed, 2 oversized nightstands. So you can kind of get an idea of how big and spacious this area is. So it kind of has a offset to the right. So if you look behind you, Samantha, you don't have a full wall right here, but it does kind of have your own little hallway.
Little pony wall.
Little pony wall, yeah. And then this bathroom in here. So our master bath, we have a freestanding tub directly, is going to be in the middle between your 2 vanities. We have vanity 1, and then we have vanity 2. And Samantha, they look the same size. So I don't know who's getting who's getting what. And then our bath, or not a bath, our closet. Now this is a big closet. This is pretty spacious.
This is a large closet. Oh wow, look, we've all the way around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Shelving built in, and then shelves with rods all the way around.
All the way around. It's a big closet.
It's a nice size closet.
It always sucks trying to film closets because you guys won't really get a feel for how large this actually is.
This could honestly be a bedroom.
Yeah, this is a pretty decent sized closet.
This could be a
for
nursery.
Sure.
You could put your baby's crib in here.
And look, same thing with Ashton Woods. It took the tile to the ceiling. Nice.
And they got a rain head shower.
And they have a rain head shower, exactly. Yeah, so you could sit on that bench and what? Contemplate your life choices. All right, let's keep it moving. Now we still have the utility room to go take a look at, right? So.
And I think there was one other bedroom that we missed off the front.
We did, because that was the 2 masters, so that's 3. And then this one over here. Lots of storage here. So we have storage. Oh, look at that. Look at this wallpaper.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love coming into model homes. They just have the best decor.
I know.
Gives me so many ideas.
Yeah.
That's a nice half bath.
It is. This is a big half bath.
Yeah.
And then here would be the other. So this would be the mother-in-law suite.
Yep.
Or whatever you want to call it. You want to put your oldest child over here, do it. But this would be the mother-in-law suite because it does have its own.
The favorite child.
The favorite child. Put them here. Or the oldest. Okay, we don't play favorites. Put the oldest in here because they get their own bath. All right.
Yeah.
So,
I love the windows in here.
Lots of natural light. That is for sure. And this is a full bath. So you do have your own.
Full bath on the in the bedroom.
So we have a sliding door. No tub. If you want to get in and take a look at that. So yeah, looks good. Very beautiful. And then the utility room. So we're gonna go take a look at the utility. Boom. All right. Utility room, quite large. Closet
Very large.
Here. Yes.
And closet for all your linens or extra storage.
And then more storage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a lot. You could do a lot with that space.
Yeah,
Your utility room.
For real.
So tons of room for all of your blankets, your pillows, your linens, everything. So
Whatever you need to store.
yes.
And then looks like you even got another hall closet here and
Another hall closet.
a little mud area off this will be the entry from the garage.
Right here. Yep. Yeah, this would be the garage because this is where the sales center
Yeah.
is right now. So what do you think?
Beautiful.
For a one-story.
This is honestly, it's a really great one-story floor plan.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, yeah, you're right. For a one-story, this is probably one of my
Yeah.
favorites that I've viewed besides Dries. But Dries is a custom home builder, so you're going to pay for that
You
kind of
can't,
price.
yeah, I feel like you can't compare.
But let's say fully built out in the 600s, high 600s, I think it's definitely worth it for a model like this. You get your
agree.
cathedral ceilings, you get your my sliding doors
Yep.
that I love,
Great open floor plan.
and a massive kitchen island.
Great
So
for entertaining.
You do
lots
get,
of extra space, lots of storage.
you get quite a bit.
Yeah.
For upper 600s and an amazing community at Westland Ranch. So,
Yeah.
and by the way, this is a 70-foot lot. So we're on a 70-foot lot sections. So 70s. I think K-Hoff said they do have a 60s.
Yeah,
right?
they
do have a
said, I think
smaller
there's only
model.
a few 70-foot lots left, but they're
Yeah.
doing 60-foot lots next, and then I think even opening other 60-foot lot sections.
Yes.
So
Yeah. And then
lots more.
this one was almost 2,900 square foot.
yes.
Can you believe that? How big? How this house does not feel like less than 3,000, but it's
Yeah.
almost 2,900 square foot for sure. Well, beautiful model home. Now you have tons of options here with Hovnanian and Ashton Woods. Both are amazing builders. And if you want a great deal on an inventory home or a new construction build, we know how to work the system in your favor, like I said. So make sure you give us a call, because if you don't, I will hunt you down. But yeah, in all seriousness, if you want a smooth move here to League City, Texas, make sure you give us a call or scan that QR code on the bottom of your screen, and we'll be happy to make your transition here a smooth one. All right, you guys, that is going to conclude our home tours for today here in Westland Ranch. And if you stick around, I got a little treat for you. See you in the next video.